I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas.
Just
I'm
win,
a
baby.
player, a boss player. And if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Cause I'm a player, boss player. And if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider.
What's going on, Real Raiders podcast? We are back once again. I know we said no hiatuses, and we fucked up and gave you another hiatus.
That's right.
But you know what matters is we're back, and we are committed. Once the season starts, though, we're going to be every week with this shit. But, you know, it's off-season. It's a little slow. Things are kind of hard to come by. You know, shout out to all the creators that do stay on top of it, make content daily. Hey, my respects to you, because that shit, making this one video a week, or every 2 weeks, I guess,
Yeah.
keep on fucking,
Yeah.
is tough, man. But shout out to all the content creators, man, keeping the Raider Nation updated on the news. I'm your host, Victor Freeze, and I'm here with the one and only
Mari Mars.
That's right. You know that's right. And you know, we got a lengthy episode since we've been gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll try to get through it very quickly though. Mariano, hit them with what we're talking about.
Yeah, so we got a couple different segments for you guys today. Segment number 1 is going to be news and notes of the past 2 weeks. So we'll get that jumping for you guys. Segment number 2 is going to be the depth chart projections. This is going to be Victor Freeze and myself's opinions about what we think is going to happen. Majority of what's going on, we pretty much know what the depth chart's going to look like, but there is a couple position groups that we're a little unsure of. So we'll kind of cover that with the bases. And then to end it off in segment number 3, we're going to go over the schedule. We're going to do projections of the schedule this season. This one's going to kind of be kind of spur of the moment thing, right? It's going to be an impromptu. We didn't go over. We're just going to kind of spitfire and see exactly how the schedule is going to shake out when we review it game by game, and then we'll review it at the end, see what it comes up with, what we think the Raiders will end their season with, what schedule they'll end. So, go ahead and rock us first, Vic.
All right, so we're gonna hit you with the news and notes of the week. News and notes of the week.
That's right.
So the first one is David Irving. He got cut. This isn't of this week, but this recent since we haven't made an episode. So David Irving got cut. He's had some poor work ethic. This was a guy, you know, he had all the potential, but you know, can't stay off the weed. But that weed is not an issue anymore.
He just don't got the work ethic.
He just doesn't have what it takes, and you know that makes more way for the guys like Darius Phelan and that other guy. I forgot his name. The other
A 49er?
No. I know Solomon Thomas.
Darius
there was
Stills?
some. Yeah. No wait.
The undrafted free agent? Darius Stills?
Yeah, that guy.
Darius Stills.
Yeah, what he said. But that makes way for those guys to get more reps, and you know we'll see how that pans out. But you know it was still a long shot for him to make the roster, anyways, considering we have added so much talent.
Depth. Yeah, a lot of depth. For the second one, we got OTAs is rocking this week. 84 of the players have shown up, and one thing that we've heard is that Casey Hayward has been a standout. Now, there's 2 big-name players that are not currently at the OTAs. Now, keep in mind that this is voluntary, right? So, you don't necessarily have to be there if you got the name and the wherewithal, the reputation in the league. So, the 2 that aren't there is Yannick Ngakoue as well as Josh Jacobs. Now, I wouldn't be concerned about these 2 players not being there. We know that they're straight ballers. They're proven commodities in the league. So, yeah, let's just rock. You know, I ain't too worried about it.
Not at all. Next one up is we all know that Julio Jones is still on the block. They're trying to get the trade off by June 1st. And Raiders are on a lot of people's top list of where they're going to land. Personally being, me and Mariano discussed this before. I wouldn't mind it for the right price. For me, I wouldn't mind it always for the right price.
Right.
I'm not, reports are they're asking for a first. I'm not giving no first for Julio Jones though.
Too old.
Yeah.
32.
Exactly.
That's too old.
What do you guys think though? Do you guys want Julio Jones on this team? Let us know. Leave a comment down below.
Yeah, it's time to cut you off, bro.
I know.
All right? Time to cut you off.
No more.
No more drinking before the show, Vic. All right? Only smoke. Yeah, so for me, Julio, obviously I would love to have Julio. Not giving up a first. I would consider a second, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I really hope if we look at it this way, right? Let's say that we do give up a second. We add another dimension to the offense. He'll definitely be wide receiver number 1. Mm-hmm. Odds are we're probably not going to have that high of a pick in the second round. That's just common sense, assuming we get an all-perennial, all-pro like Julio Jones.
Yeah.
That's just me. So I would consider, very, very highly consider giving up a second. But I think a whole bunch of other teams would be offering up a second as well. It's just a matter of if the Atlanta Falcons are going to be willing to take that or not. Anyways, on to the next news and notes of the week. We had a couple number changes. So Zay Jones is going to number 7. I kind of wanted to see Trayvon Moehrig rock number 7. That would have been pretty dope seeing him rock 7.
Continuing it.
Yeah, exactly. In the deep field, deep center field, number 7 running around. That would be pretty dope. The next one is Clee. He went back to 99. Me and Vic talked about it before the show started. That boy looks like a whole nother animal now, so I'm buying into the hype. 99. This dude's gonna be my pick for the breakout player of the year for us. He looks like he put on a ton of weight, ton of muscle. He did a news presser just the other day, and he just looks like he's dialed in, man. He looks like he's got a few seasons under his belt. So now it's gonna be time to rock for him.
Ready for Clee to do that 99 justice, unlike Arden Key.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, we touched on Moehrig already. I think he should have rocked 7, but he's rocking 2.5, and it's probably because 2 + 5 = 7. That's what I'm guessing, right? Boom.
You heard it here first.
That's right. And the last one is Kenyon Drake's rocking number 23. So, I mean, I like it. I wish he would have stuck with the 41. I like 41 on running backs because Alvin Kamara, but it's all good. 23, I'll take it.
Going on to the next one, we have the Raiders are going to have a joint camp with the Rams this offseason, so that's good. It's always good having competition like Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and things of that nature, and playing with your same team and doing all that stuff. It's always better to have more experience. As me and Mariano played football, we used to go do camps with our local school too, Hogan, right? We used to have camps with them. So, it's just another opportunity to get better and learn from the Rams too. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
And they'll be able to gauge this offensive line off of Aaron Donald. He's the best D tackle in the game. So
that's facts.
Whenever you can measure yourself up to one of the best players in the game, obviously you can kind of gauge where you need to improve and stuff like that. So I like that a lot.
Definitely.
And for the last news and notes of the past 2 weeks is Leatherwood officially signed his contract. So the first round draft pick that a lot of people were dropped on their head when that was announced, he's in the building. And everything that I've heard, Clee was talking about it in his presser, that this dude, he's acting like a veteran in the building. You know what I mean? His demeanor, he's ready to work every day. And that's probably another big reason why David Irvin got cut, is because he doesn't necessarily have the work ethic, man. Right? I will take hard work over talent any day of the week, and I believe that the Raiders feel the same exact way. So that's kind of how they're moving forward and kind of proceeding.
Those Gruden grinders, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. You put in the work, and eventually you will reap the benefits of it. So we are now on to segment number 2, which is the depth chart projections. So Vic, go ahead and kick it off, baby.
We're gonna start it with the offense. We're gonna start at the the most important position. We have QB1. We have Derek Carr, of course. There ain't no trades, no Aaron Rodgers, no nothing else. We're riding with DC.
That's right.
Coming in at QB2, our backup is Marcus Mariota, unless he gets traded somewhere.
Ain't gonna happen.
He's gonna be our QB2. You wanna hit him with the running backs, Mariota?
Yeah, Mariota gonna ride that bench comfortably all year. You know what I mean? For RB1, I got A and B. You know what I mean? Because this year we got a two-headed monster that I'm very, very excited about. We got Josh Jacobs, which you guys are well aware of, as well as Kenyon Drake. Just a great 1-2 punch, I believe, in my eyes. Kenyon Drake is the top-end speed dude, and Jacobs is the big bruiser back. So I'm very, very excited about RB1A and RB1B.
Yes, sir. Josh Jacobs going to get in there and, wear the defense down, and then Drake comes in for them home runs. I'm ready for it. All season, baby. Going on to the tight end position, our tight end one is Darren Waller. We all know this. One of the best tight ends in the league.
The best tight end in the league.
Said it here first. That's a no-brainer. We know nobody else is starting over Darren Waller unless he gets hurt. And he's not getting hurt, so.
Yeah, now we got left tackle, Colton Miller. We know that. That's a dog. He just got an extension. He's going to keep doing what he do best, which means knocking dicks in the dirt.
Going on to the next one at left guard, we have Incognito, and hopefully he stays healthy this whole season and, fucks motherfuckers up because he's an aggressive-ass motherfucker.
That's right. And we got James at center. Now, we know that there's going to be a competition between James and Nick Martin, but my money's on James. Right? Incognito had a presser as well talking about when James came into the game against Houston when Rodney got hurt. He said that they didn't even miss a beat. So I'm very, very excited to see what this young kid could do week in and week out. So that's how I see the cookie crumbling. James at center.
And then the next one, we go down to the right guard. This one has been up in the air. It's been John Simpson, Denzel Good, but at OTAs, we've seen Denzel Good working with the first team. So we're going to slot him in here, right here at the starting right guard position. And, I think he deserves it the way he's played. When he has to fill in, come in, he can tackle guard, whatever, man. The man does a great job. So I think he's deserving of that starting right guard spot.
Yep. And to round out the offensive line, courtesy of Mike Mayock, he's already handed the job of right tackle to Alex Leatherwood. So I'm excited to see what this man can do too. I'm very, very excited.
That's a done deal for the offensive line. We're moving on to the wide receivers.
That's right.
And wide receiver one, hopefully he gets it together. Hopefully he comes up with the wide receiver one numbers and puts the team on his back, is Henry Ruggs. And we're very optimistic of him. He could take the next step into his year two. And, he's the wide receiver we drafted him at and does what we need for this team.
Yeah. For wide receiver two, I was on the fence about, Vic had a little conviction with it. But Bryan Edwards, we know that he's capable of it, but can he stay healthy? You know what I mean? So
that's the major key.
That's a major key. Major key.
And going on to wide receiver 3, this is another factor. We have Renfro and John Brown slotted in at this position, and John Brown is such a wild card. He could be that wide receiver too.
Yeah.
If Edwards gets injured, and then we all know he does a lot of work from the slot, a lot of deep balls in the slot. We just know John Brown is going to get his work in, and that's just hard to differentiate. He's going to be wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3 because we both know he can go inside and outside. So that was just a little discussion me and Mariano had, but definitely look to see all 4 of these receivers right here get a lot of time on the field.
Yeah,
just put it at that.
I agree. One player we forgot to mention too is Willy Sneed.
Oh yeah. Forgot about him.
Might not even. Willie might be getting burned at the slot too.
Yeah, that's true.
Slot
so
wide receiver.
Slots. What's the word I'm looking for? It's very full right now.
Competitive.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to look at in camp. Definitely.
Yeah, very interesting. Hunter Renfro has been great. Third and Renfro is his nickname. So he's going to have some competition this year. I think that it's a very competitive wide receiver room. So only time will tell.
Yes, sir.
So now we are on to the defense. We're going to kick it off with the left end. Now, I believe that Clee's got a solid grip, a vice grip on this job. And like I said earlier in the show, I think he's going to be the breakout player of the year for us.
Yeah, what helps him a lot is just how sound he is in the run game. So that's why we're going to slot him in here. Max will be. Don't get us wrong. Max is going to get plenty of snaps, but Clee is for sure going to be there on the earlier downs, for sure.
That's right.
Going on to the defensive tackle position, I have Quentin Jefferson and Jonathan Hankins holding down the 1 and 2 position. I think Solomon Thomas will be a rotational piece. Kendall Vickers is another player that you do have to know. He has put in tremendous work and was very good in situations last season. I'm looking forward to see him get in rotation too, but definitely I feel Jefferson and Hankins have the most experience and are the most stable to be at this 1 and 2 position.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Solomon Thomas too. You know, I mean, he was playing very well before he tore his ACL. So I'm through and through just very excited about this defensive line this year. A lot of new faces, right, which we needed a lot of help. I was a little sad that they got rid of Maurice Hurst, but at the end of the day, I mean, we've talked about this before. This man was chasing tackles 10 yards down the field. You're supposed to penetrate the offensive line.
Yeah.
Get tackles for loss, not 10 yards down the field.
Definitely.
You know, so as far as the linebackers go, we got Morrow.
Oh, you missed Yannick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right in. Yannick Ngakoue, right? We know that he's a pass specialist. So I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna use the edge, you know, the edge players that we have. Like, who's going to be starting on first and second down? Because we know most of the time that first and second are run downs, right?
I
And
think
in the third,
I think Yannick will be starting because he's more sound than Max in the run game, unless Max takes a steps his game up, then he might be able to surpass Clee, you know. But Clee has a strong grip on it because he's so sound, you know.
Yeah, and if you watch the games last year, I mean, when Clee wasn't playing, when he was hurt,
fucked up.
The defense could not set the edge
at all, and
that was an issue. So I think that honestly, they're gonna be split in Yannick and Mad Max, probably 50-50. That's just my humble opinion, but I guess only time will tell. You know?
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Going on to the linebacker position, we have Nicholas Morrow and Nick Kwiatkowski and Corey Littleton. So basically the same linebacker group. We got some continuation there, so that's good. You always want to see some continuation, especially in a position that we've been struggling. Kwiatkowski showed great leadership in the middle linebacker position with the green dot. Littleton picked it up towards the end of the season, and Morrow was just sound throughout the season. So, you know, year 2, new defense, simpler defense. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys finally have some stability in this linebacker core, which has been shit for us for years on out, you know?
Yeah. And hopefully we can get, you know, Littleton to be a shell of himself when he was playing with the Rams. I mean, that would be amazing if we actually get a return on all that money that we gave to him, or that the Raiders gave to him, I should say. I shouldn't say we. It's probably not good luck. So yeah, the next position group is the cornerbacks. Now for the outside, I see Mullen and Hayward as the outside cornerbacks. I know that initially when they were signed, I was thinking that Hayward was going to get burned at slot. But the more that I look into it, Hayward played a lot more outside with the Chargers. So, I mean, this dude was a 2-time All-Pro player. I'm very, very excited about this signing in Casey Hayward. I just hope that he could be, again, a shell of himself when he was with the Chargers.
Yeah, and coming in at... Sorry, cut you off.
No, go ahead. I was done.
All right.
Yeah.
Coming in at slot cornerback, we have Damon Arnett, and by the looks of it, he's gotten bulkier too, man. Last season, he was dealing with injuries, and you know he was like very skinny. I think he's added something like 20 pounds this offseason.
And the best part is he didn't have a fucking cast on his wrist.
I mean,
that's huge, man. That's huge.
It's definitely good that he's playing in the slot because we know Hayward is an older player. So
Yeah.
we mentioned this before. You need faster players to play in the slot. So,
Which I don't know if he's that either.
I'm looking forward.
I hope
for him to take another step.
he was a first-round draft pick, man.
Even if he has a tough year, this just adds experience to him whenever Casey Hayward does leave too. So, we like our versatile players on our team. So, I see you can't do no wrong. Just if he doesn't get his shit together, just look for a Meek Robertson. Try to sneak in there and get into that starting position.
Yeah, there's always that. There is always that. So the next one is the strong safety. Is Jonathan Abram. Now, Jonathan Abram in his news presser said that they already got him playing in the box type role safety. He's going to be, obviously this year we're going to run a single high. And I think that this suits his strengths better, right? At least I hope so. He's also been talking about playing more under control this year. So he's got all of the tangibles, right? As far as speed, power, aggressiveness. He has all the tools to be a great safety in this league. It's just this year, I hope he puts it all together. We'll see. We will see.
And coming in last at free safety, we have our boy, the pick Raider Nation is juiced about, Trayvon Moehrig. Rocking that 25 like we said earlier. I love it. He's going to hold down that position. He's going to be a great compliment to Abram. And I'm finally glad we have a safety and not just Eric Harris back there.
Oh my God, man. Even Carl Joseph too, man.
Yeah, Carl Joseph too. But, I love finally having that settled out. And looking forward to this depth chart for the next season. And we'll see. Once the season actually starts, we'll see how our predictions come true.
Right.
So now we're going to kick it off to our predictions of the regular season schedule. So we didn't talk about this before, so me and Mariano are going to go back and forth and see what we think is going to be the results of each game and our total record for the season. So Mariano, we have week 1. We have versus the Ravens in Vegas. Night game. It's Monday night, I believe, right?
Monday night, September 13th. Kickoff 5:15. It's Monday night, bro.
Okay, just making sure.
It's Monday night.
What do you think, Mariano? What's your insight?
Honestly, I think we probably lose this game. Honestly. As much as I want them to win the game, and our offense can go score for score with the Ravens offense, but this is going to be a real test for this new revamped defense this year. So my final answer: they lose this game.
One thing that did give me hope, of probably winning this game, is that the Raiders have done really sound against mobile quarterbacks. So I feel like, but Lamar's a different level.
Lamar is a different human being.
But I put into consideration. Sometimes I wanted to give us the dub based off of past, but it's a new defensive coordinator. First game of a new defense gelling together and stuff. This is a playoff experienced team, a great head coach, great, team all around. I'm gonna go ahead and give us the L too.
Yeah,
week 1, unfortunately.
Okay, so we both to start the season we're going 0-1. Now, for the second game of the season, the Raiders stay in the AFC North. We play the Pittsburgh Steelers on September 19th. I think we win this one, right? And the biggest reason for me is Big Ben's getting up there. I think our offense is going to be extremely potent. We're going to be able to run the ball, throw it as we please, and I think that the Raiders defense will be able to match up well. There's no one on that offense, on that Steelers offense, that really has kind of killer speed, right? And I think that that's what is the Raiders' kryptonite. At least it has been for the past few seasons. So no one on this offense really scares me. Juju, the wide receiver out of Notre Dame, Can't remember
Chase
his name. Chase Claypool. And they just drafted that running back out of Bama, Najee Harris. So I give the Raiders a dub this week.
Yeah, we're coming out of crossroads already so early. I want to give us a L. This is one of the best defenses to me in the league, and Big Ben, he did collapse towards the end of last season, but the Steelers usually have it together, and usually if they were at our house, I'd say guaranteed W. They struggle so much at our house, but we're going on the road to them. I think that's a whole different thing.
So you got us going 0-2.
I got us going 0-2 to start the season, son.
Wow.
How are we gonna do this when me and you come to a disagreement?
I don't know. All right, we're gonna have to place a wager, Vic.
All right. Think of a number between 1 through 100.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Hey Siri. How do I say it? Siri. Hey Siri. Give me a number between 1 and 100.
A random number between 1 and 100 is 27.
Mine was 18.
24.
Okay.
So we get the win.
You got the win. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're starting off
1-1.
1-1. All right. Week 3, going to the. Not going to. We're at home against the Miami Dolphins. No Ryan Fitzpatrick to save his ass this time. I think we get the dub.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're on board. 2-1.
2-1. What's week 4, Mariana?
Week 4, we have another home game in LA.
Yeah.
Another home game in LA against the Chargers. This is going to be a tough one. God, this is a tough one. Justin Herbert is probably one of the top young quarterbacks in the league. It's away, but it's still home. They'll probably lose this game.
So we're 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I could have. They gave us a run for our money last season too. So Chargers ain't no joke, unfortunately. So
yeah,
I'll agree with you because Justin Herbert, man, that boy's a dog.
Yeah.
Telling you last season on the fantasy podcast, he was telling me not to get ahead of myself, but that boy is a dog.
Yeah, he is, man. Yes, he is.
Going on to week 5, the Khalil Mack game against the Bears. We're playing
the Bears
at home against the Chicago Bears with their new shiny toy
rematch.
What's their quarterback's name? I forgot. Justin Fields. Justin Fields. There it is.
He might not even be playing by then.
You think so?
Andy Dalton is the starter.
Supposedly. Yeah, the Red Rifle.
That don't matter to me. I don't care who's playing. He's a rookie quarterback. Whether it's a rookie or Andy Dalton, I'm taking the Raiders. 100%.
Yeah, they do have a sound defense, but I feel like our offense is to go against any defense, to be honest. So I'm gonna give it to the Raiders too. We're at 3-2 right now for the season.
3-2. The following week, we probably play the worst team in the AFC West in the Broncos and still don't have a quarterback.
What if Aaron Rodgers comes to the Broncos?
Yeah, but right now he's not. And I'm giving us a dub until further notice. If they get Aaron Rodgers, obviously that's a game changer.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that they have the offensive talent, even if they get A-Rod. Right? I mean, they got Jerry Jeudy. ... Who else?
Yeah.
So
4-2?
Yeah, 4-2.
All right, going on to week 7, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at home. This team doesn't scare me at all.
No, I mean Jalen Hurts is still improving.
He looked like a shit show against the weak ass Dallas Cowboys last season too.
I think the Raiders go on a nice little win streak these next couple weeks.
I think we pull this one off too. We got the bye week, rest up, and we come back and play the Giants, who do have a pretty sound defense. If you remember, they were putting the hurting on the Seahawks late in the season.
Yeah.
Early game, over there on the East Coast. What do you think, Mariano?
Saquon's going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones. No really exterior threat. Right? I mean, I think that they win this game too.
All right. You know, I'm gonna agree with you. We're coming off some 3-game win streak. We're on a high. Get a bye week. Get some rest. Get it all back together. Come back to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I think we win this one too. I'm gonna agree with you. So we've been steadily agreeing. That's good.
Yeah.
One. We had one hiccup. at the
One
beginning.
disagreement.
So right now we are 6-2, right?
6-2.
Mm-hmm. We come back week 10 against the Kansas City Chiefs at home.
Oh man, it's gonna be a game.
Sunday night football, baby.
That's gonna be a game. Sunday night football
In Vegas.
Everyone is watching. Ultimately, we gonna win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, we gonna win this game.
I feel it too, man. You know, we did it last season. What's stopping us from doing it again this season, you know? And especially with the better defensive coordinator.
Yep, better defensive coordinator, more pass rush. We got better DBs.
Yeah.
We don't have Eric. I'm a liability Harris. We got Mooring.
Yeah, definitely. I like it.
I like that a lot too.
Week 11 against the Bengals at home. Joe Burrow, he got some weapons there at wide receiver.
Jamar Chase,
T. Higgins.
AJ Green still there now?
No, he's in Arizona. With
Oh, that's
D-Hop.
right. He is in Arizona.
Do they have the offensive line?
Joe
still?
Mixon.
I think they still don't have offensive pieces on the offensive line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give us the dub again.
Yeah.
We're on a fucking streak right now.
Oh my God. We sound like some real Raider fans
I know.
right now.
Oh god.
Oh shit. Well, we do know that our midway season projections are probably correct because we had them going 7-2.
Mm-hmm. 7-2.
And then the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Dak is back though.
Dak is back, but that defense is horrendous.
That's true.
They did draft Michael Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give us the dub against the Cowboys too.
8-2. Going in hot.
8-2. How amazing would that be, man?
That'd be dope. And it's very plausible too.
Yeah, it's very, very possible.
And then
Washington, I could see us losing.
yeah, I was about to say
That's just me.
Come in week 13 against Washington at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna give us the L on this one. The defense
is real.
Yeah,
That's a real deal with Jack Del Rio.
And then we don't have we have Ryan Fitzpatrick now at quarterback here. We don't have Alex Smith.
Right.
Which
Ryan tore us up.
Yeah, that boy was carving us. So I'm gonna bring us back down to earth. 8-3. We have Kansas City at Kansas City.
I say that KC will probably. I think we'll split with KC this year. Yeah.
8-4.
1-1. 8-4. We beat the Browns last year,
but it was a shitty weather game.
That's okay.
And
these two teams actually met. Their identities are very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, the Raiders want to run the rock, use play action. So did the Cleveland Browns with that two-headed monster that they got.
Yeah.
That's a toss-up. But we beat them last year.
Yeah, I was gonna give us the L right there on that one.
Okay, I agree with you.
Again, so we're gonna go on 3-game league. You said we got to be so high. We were so high, and then we got to bring us back down. You know,
bring it back down. Yeah.
So we're at 8-5 right now.
8-5. The Broncos. I'm taking a sweep against the Broncos.
Yes, sir. I'll take that too. So 9-5.
9-5. We got
Colts.
2 games left. That's gonna be a tough game against the Colts, but they got Carson Wentz, so that could be a toss-up. I mean, Carson, he hasn't played well for the past how many seasons? 2, 3?
Yeah.
2 or 3 seasons. He hasn't played well at all. I could see us winning against the Colts.
All right. Against the Colts. That's a tough one. That defense they gave us some problems last season too.
Right. We also got more talent. Two-headed monster, more speed, more experience. I mean, that's a tough one. Either way, no matter way, no matter what way you cut it, slice it, dice it, that's a tough game.
Fuck, man. What do you want to do here? So this is probably one of the toughest games to decide right here.
Well, it's the end of the season, and hopefully we can change the way that these past few seasons have kind of gone down and ended. You know. So.
Yeah. Hopefully we bring it together. You're right. It's towards the end of the season, we have to. And you're right. Carson Wentz has played a little up and down. So I'm gonna go ahead and say we take the W, and then we take the W next week going up against the Chargers at home. I think we'll split one with them too, because just like how we did with Kansas City. So that gives us
11-6.
11-6.
11-6. Let's say hypothetically they don't make the playoffs and they go 11-6. I think I would be happy with the improvement that they made.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to say we have to make the playoffs this year, because that's not necessarily true. But if I seen progress to 11-6, because we know the AFC is stacked. Man.
Yeah.
It's been like that for the past few years. So we could be grinding to the very end, you know, to try to get into the playoffs. But if we go 11-6, I think I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't. We had a video earlier on when we started our podcast. Is Gruden on the hot seat? Gruden will definitely not be on the hot seat if he got us to 11-6. Even if it's so tough that you look at last season, 10-6 teams were missing the playoffs, right?
Right.
So just put that into perspective. So I would love 11-6. It could easily be 10-6 with the Colts and the Chargers. You can't sleep on the Chargers to end the season.
Yeah.
Could very easily be what did I say? 10-7 or even 9-8.
Yeah.
So
100%.
We do have a very tough schedule. Don't get me wrong. We went on a little win streak right there. There's some winnable games there, but
it's such a long season, man.
Yeah.
It's just 17 weeks.
That one game just makes it seem so much longer.
Yeah. 100%.
So we're going 11-6 with our final prediction. Let us know what you guys think. Comment down below. DM us. Do whatever you want. Let us know what you think we're going to go.
Are we full of shit? Are we dumbasses? Are you guys think we hit it right on the head? Whatever it is, let us know. We love the feedback, positive or negative. It's all good. It's all good.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen of the Raider Nation. We appreciate you for rocking. We appreciate you for waiting with us. I know we take some time sometimes, but when the season starts, we're going to be on it. I promise.
That's right.
But up until this point, like I say, each week it's all love. I appreciate all the interactions with the Raider Nation. And that's what keeps us going, really. It's just, we just have things to do. Mariano's building a whole kitchen right now.
Yeah, I am.
So, but no, we appreciate everyone, and, we'll get back to it. Any last words you want to say, Mariano?
No, that's it. You closed this up pretty good, man.
Yes, sir. So if you like that, comment, like, subscribe, do all that, share that with your baby mama.
Smash that shit.
And we appreciate you, and we're Raiders. We're out of here.
That's right.